Hello everyone, welcome to Ethionews, your go-to spot for the latest and most important news from Ethiopia. Whether it's breaking headlines or updates on current events, we've got you covered. Ethiopian Federal Police responds to stadium incident, dismisses false rumors. This is your latest national news update. The Ethiopian Federal Police have released a statement following yesterday's Ethiopian Premier League final between Sidima Coffee and Gelete Burka, held at the Addis Ababa Stadium, due to rising tensions among supporters who traveled from Hawassa, Wolata Sodo, and nearby areas. The match was conducted behind closed doors. Anticipating possible unrest, the police intervened early and acted lawfully to maintain public safety and prevent conflict. In the aftermath, false information began circulating, both locally and internationally, claiming that lives were lost during the incident. The police have firmly denied these rumors, stating that no deaths or injuries occurred. These claims, they emphasized, are completely baseless. Authorities have detained several individuals accused of inciting the conflict, and investigations are currently underway. The findings will be made public once the inquiry is complete. The federal police stressed that while sports events are inherently competitive, measures must be taken to ensure that rivalries do not devolve into violence. They reiterated their commitment to preserving peace and order, and warned that legal action will be taken against those spreading misinformation intended to undermine public trust and tarnish the police's reputation. Finally, the police affirmed their ongoing collaboration with relevant bodies to ensure that sporting events remain peaceful and do not become grounds for unrest. Ethiopian athlete Gelete Burka speaks out about personal struggles and legal battle. This is a special report on athlete Gelete Burka. Ethiopian long-distance runner Gelete Burka, known for representing the country in races from 800 meters to marathons, has spoken publicly about the difficult situation she is facing in her personal life. Gelete revealed that she found herself unknowingly trapped in a failing marriage. In 2009, while abroad for a race, her husband disappeared from their home and remained missing for 8 months. Upon her return, she discovered the house empty. She reported the matter to the police but faced threats from her husband, who later filed for divorce in court. Though she initially resisted the divorce on religious grounds, the marriage effectively ended under pressure. Gelete explained that after the divorce, she discovered that almost all their jointly owned property, including 10 houses, 4 cars, and other assets, had been sold off by her ex-husband, leaving her with only one house still in dispute. She claims even government-provided housing given to her ex-husband's mother was sold without her consent, despite presenting evidence in court. She says the legal system appears to favor her ex-husband, and efforts to recover the property through the police have failed. Gelete expressed deep disappointment that no government agency seems to be addressing her case. She said, "I went public so my people would know the difficult situation I'm in. I'm now stuck at home, unable to do the sport I love, feeling trapped and isolated." She calls on responsible authorities to listen to her plea and help resolve her plight. That's this special report on Gelete Burka's ongoing legal and personal struggles. Addis Ababa launches citywide 2017 EC 8th grade national exam. This is a special education update. The 2017 EC 8th grade national exam has officially begun across Addis Ababa. At the launch ceremony, Dr. Gelete Burka, head of the Addis Ababa City Administration Education Bureau, alongside Mr. Alamehu, chief executive of Akaki Kaladi sub-city, visited Gelete No. 2 primary school to encourage students as the exam commenced. The exams are being conducted peacefully at all centers throughout the city. A command post has been set up, from the city administration down to individual schools, to closely monitor the process and ensure everything runs smoothly. Dr. Gelete Burka confirmed that sufficient exam facilitators have been deployed and are actively managing the tests. In Akaki Kaladi sub-city alone, 6,828 students are registered to take the exam at 24 centers, according to Mr. Kabeda Deriba, head of the sub-city's education office. Citywide, a total of 71,972 students across 194 exam centers in Addis Ababa are registered for the exam. The Education Bureau has assured that enough examiners, supervisors, and staff are in place to support the examination process. This concludes the education news for now. Stay tuned for further updates. If you want, I can prepare a version in Amharic or a shorter summary suitable for social media. Ethiopia Medhin crowned 2025 Ethiopian Premier League champions. This is your latest sports update. Ethiopia Medhin has been officially crowned the 2025 Ethiopian Premier League champion. The title was secured today following a crucial draw between Ethiopia Buna and Mekelle 70 Enderta, a result that confirmed Ethiopia Medhin's place at the top of the table. As champions, Ethiopia Medhin will go on to represent Ethiopia in the upcoming CAF Champions League. This victory also marks a major milestone for head coach Gelete Burka, who now celebrates his third Premier League title, previously winning with Mekelle 70 Enderta, Jimma Aba Jafar, and now, Ethiopia Medhin. Economist calls for budget to focus on tackling inflation and cost of living. Here is today's economic news update. An economist has urged that the upcoming 2 trillion bare budget for fiscal year 2018 EC be directed towards addressing Ethiopia's rising cost of living and inflation. Dr. Konstantinos Baratesva, an economist and policy advisor, spoke with Tikva Ethiopia, emphasizing that while the budget appears large relative to the country's population and economic growth, broad public discussions are essential before it reaches Parliament. He stressed the need for greater transparency and participation from various stakeholders, including universities, the Ethiopian Economic Association, professional groups, and research institutions. Dr. Konstantinos highlighted key points. The draft budget should clearly show sectoral participation and include public forums for input. Parliament members must engage their constituents in budget discussions, as many may lack sufficient expertise on all aspects. Expanding and strengthening the private sector through increased budget allocation can reduce government burdens and promote sustainable growth, prioritizing budget spending on education, health, human development, and foreign trade can lead to more effective economic outcomes. He concluded by underscoring the importance of making Ethiopia's economy attractive to foreign investors. New association formed to ensure accountability in Ethiopia's real estate sector. This is your latest update on developments in the real estate sector. A new association called Gelete Burka, officially known as the Association of Ethiopian Real Estate Developers, has been established to address growing concerns over accountability in real estate construction and sales. In a press statement released today, the association announced its mission to resolve long-standing complaints within the industry through a structured and transparent approach. The sector has faced widespread criticism for its lack of oversight. In response, the association plans to introduce a system that enforces accountability among developers, aiming to handle disputes outside of the courtroom. Membership will include all stakeholders in real estate development, and each developer will be required to sign a unified code of ethics as part of the entry process. A board of directors will also be formed, and a formal conflict resolution mechanism has been prepared to mediate disagreements between developers and clients. The association stated that its ultimate goal is to foster a well-regulated and trustworthy real estate environment in Ethiopia. At the launch event, speakers emphasized the importance of responsible private sector participation in the housing sector to ensure meaningful and sustainable progress. Thanks for tuning in to Channel Name.